Good morning, guys, and good morning to Wednesday. Good morning to my channel across the world where you may be at, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening. Today, I'm going to a National Health Service Learning Disability and Autism meeting. As an autistic woman, I find it's important to attend this meeting and to see what's going to be getting discussed. I'm really up, washed, ready for the day. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling motivated, I'm feeling inspired, encouraged, and ready for the day. I've already had my shower last night and washed my hair, so my hair is nice and clean. I've got my nice little polka dot shirt on and some leggings ready to face the day. And yeah, I'm really excited for what's going to be getting discussed today, and I'm really pleased that I booked onto this event to see what's going to be happening, and it's at a local conference centre, so I'm really excited to be going there and yeah, taking part in the discussion and seeing what else is going to happen for autistic people and people with learning disabilities today. I think it's vital for me to attend this meeting to see the future of care improve for people with learning disabilities and autism. I think also for policy-wise and local government-wise to see what's happening within the NHS, which is the National Health Service here in the UK, to see health and care improve for those of us with a disability or a physical or learning disability or autistic spectrum condition, to see what's the best way going forward to communicate and to work together and to see care being successfully delivered and safely and practically and with people with learning disabilities and autism in mind. I think it's important to see us more involved within the NHS in the setup, as well as not just me but many others who often don't get the voice to say anything or don't often get believed or don't often get understood because our communication can be seen as difficult or challenging. Sorry, I'm doing this off my phone. But yeah, I think hopefully people with learning disabilities and autism will be listened to today and valued and respected and communicated better with. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to being part of this productive meeting and this professional meeting. And yeah, I'm really excited to be going. And yeah, I'm really motivated and excited to be attending. And it's not often I go to a lot of professional meetings, but this one was something that jumped out at me. I thought, yep, I'm going to book onto here and enjoy it and go along. And I will vlog again when I reach there. And I will see you in part 2 a little bit later. Bye bye. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel for this Wednesday morning, afternoon or evening where you are across the world. I hope it's been treating you well. And today I went to a Learning Disability and Autism National Health Service Board meeting, and it was a very productive meeting. It was a very successful meeting. It was a very successful day. Some things I didn't cope with at the venue. The venue was not practical. It wasn't very sensory friendly for me. I got really overstimulated. But overall, the day was really run well by my friend Alison. Alison took control of the day very smoothly. She made sure everything and everyone was okay. She made sure that the speakers ran on time. She made sure that all the information was accessible, whether that's an easy read, non-easy read, and she made sure that everybody had the agenda to know what was happening, who was speaking when, what time the morning break was, what time the lunch break was, and she explained what was going to be happening throughout the day, so it made my routine a lot more settled and a lot more knowing that I didn't have to think about changes or people that I didn't know, so I knew exactly what was happening and when and where and how long for, so everything was well planned at end. Alison really did well. She really led the day really well. She explained everything. She introduced everybody. She made sure the day ran really smoothly. It was super simple. So well done to Alison. She really made the day what it was. And the speakers that were there, and also we had they had what they called market stalls there. So basically there was different teams from different places within the county, and there was the disability liaison nurses, there was Ace Anglia and some other charities there that I can't remember off the top of my head for right now, but I had a really good day. It was a fun packed day. There was a lot of information to process and take in and absorb, which I'm still going to take a little while to absorb fully and process fully. And I learned a lot about myself, about my sensory issues, which were really heightened today. I think it was something that I need to work on still and make sure that I take care of myself. And, I did take care of myself. I'm not saying I didn't, but, it was very, very hard to understand why I was getting so affected by the lights buzzing and the brightness of the lights and the fact that the temperature in the room kept changing, which irritated me non-stop. It's one minute I was hot, 1 minute I was cold, 1 minute I was hot, 1 minute I was cold, and it was playing havoc with my autism all day. Like literally I was non-stop on off my blazer. It was just getting a bit too much. The lights were a nightmare. Them lights in the venue were not practical. The venue is just not practical in general. The venue is very, very echoey. You could hear everybody double speaking over each other. You could literally, the venue needs to be more. I know they have other rooms there. Obviously, I think they had other events on the other rooms, so that probably didn't help either. But it's very good. It was a very productive day. I learned a lot about the respect form and the pre-health check questionnaire, and also I learned a lot more about how to cast myself, make sure that I keep my bowels active, and what types of poo, the conversation around poo. I know, sorry, it's a bit graphic for you, those who aren't used to that kind of talk from me. We learnt about poo and what poo's okay, what poo's not okay, and how many times you should go, and how easy it should be to go. And they gave us a chart of, like a visual diagram to check, and it was really, really knowledgeable actually, because someone like myself who has struggled with constipation issues and stomach issues before, I found it extremely helpful to help look after myself. And we also had the topics of healthy eating discussed, and what healthy eating means, like what our plate should look like, how much portion size we should have. And there was also breast screening talked about, bowel screening talked about, cancer screening talked about. There was also foot care talked about as well. We talked about a lot of different medical issues, medical conditions during the day. Learning disability and autism specific diabetes was talked about as well. And it was really interesting to divulge that information and being able to be part of that session and seeing everyone collaborate and talk together and, make friends together. In the venue, I didn't really talk to many people, as per my autism was making it a slight issue, but I managed to talk to the learning disability liaison nurses. Get my words out, Gemma, sorry. Which was Roger and Jeff, I think his name was. Jerry. And also my ex-manager from the autism service, Sarah, was there, and one of my former psychologists who was there was called Ria, who works for the learning disability and autism service, was there. And it was really nice to sit with her for lunch and get to catch up with her and have a general chit-chat as well as work-related chit-chat as well. And I think for me to represent the Autism Diagnostic Adult Service was really good, because I was able to pick up some information which I can then transpire to them, and they can put in their files for potential newly diagnosed people or people that are waiting for an assessment. So I think it's going to be a really helpful tool for them and for me, and to also ways to learn to look after myself, to better communicate with other medical health professionals who were there. There was quite a few different charities. We are getting sent the agenda slides via email in the next couple of days, I think. So I did put my email down on the email list, so hopefully they'll get emailed out to me. But I did really struggle sensory-wise. It was really, really distracting. The lights were just flickering and humming. All I kept hearing was this, and then it's like a then and I'm just like, oh my God. And luckily, just after lunchtime, I managed to pick up the courage and confidence to talk to Alison, who was leading the day. And I just said to her, look, is there any way we could switch the lights off or switch them down? because I was really struggling to put up with the noise and the flickering and the humming of the lights. It was just driving me absolutely balmy, and she somehow managed to turn some of them off, which kind of lessened some of my sensory issues, but not really. My head is banging. So that's the sensory overload issues kicking in, but I really felt it was important to be there, to be the advocate, to be the autistic person, to represent myself, represent the adult autism diagnostic service as a whole, and the team that I work for. You know, I know it's not my team, I keep saying my team, but they know what I mean. My team is in the team that I work with, that I volunteer with, the team that I've been volunteering with for the last nearly 12 years. You know, I love them. I love promoting them and supporting them and learning things, and it really has helped me go into this session today, because I've really learnt more about my health and how to take care of myself, how to support others who may find it difficult to communicate with health professionals, and the right way and the most confidential way to do so. And it was just things that I didn't think that I assumed that I thought I might have known about, like contacting the doctor, and like it's okay to ask certain questions, and you know, I didn't know that, and like the appropriate way of asking things and the right voice tone, and that no stupid question is a stupid question. Like, you know, they are pretty open to any question you have to ask, and the fact that I was able to successfully talk about things to them during the breaks, and you know, talk about the work that I've done with the Learning Disability Liaison Nurse Roger. I'm sure he won't mind mentioning his name. I've been working with Roger, and I've been working with Alison for the last couple of years on and off. I've been on Teams calls with her around the autism and learning disability partnership meetings that we've been on Teams. So it's been really nice to get to see Alison again today, and actually get to speak to her very, very briefly, say hello and how are you, blah, 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 blah. So it was nice to catch up with her, and she did herself proud today. She did her team proud, and it was nice to see how well everyone was getting on, communicating, sharing the information, sharing the workload. You know, it's nice to see how people do communicate in different brackets and different teams, and it's nice to see like people with disabilities with lived experience being involved as well, because that's the biggest thing for me. I think being involved with something like that and hearing their experiences, hearing their videos, watching their stories is very, very crucial to how we can better communicate with healthcare professionals right across the board, whether it's primary care, secondary care, mental health care. You know, it's important that we get our experience out there. It's important that we get our stories out there. The more powerful they are, the more individual they are, the more it's going to help people like ambulance services, GPs and practitioners, hospital staff, community setting staff, residential home staff, care home staff, everything that you would gain access to if you so needed it. And it's just really important to know that there is things out there to help you. There is easy read booklets, there is questionnaire booklets, there is like the respect forms and hospital passports and autism passports, so that if you do have someone that is autistic or with a learning disabilities, there is several type of disability passports which I will link in the video description, so you can read more about them for your own information and your own further research. But yeah, I was really, really anxious today. I didn't really make an effort to speak to many people, which unfortunately I let myself down on that, because I'm usually a very sociable person. But today it's just like I felt like my guard was up and I couldn't really let myself be as chatty as I usually am. But Alison did really well. I was really pleased to see her, and Ria and Roger and a couple of other people that I recognised that were there today. But yeah, overall I enjoyed myself, and I hope you've enjoyed hearing my thoughts. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. I would really, really appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!